How's the weather today for you?
The weather's pretty good in Miami, actually. No clouds in the air. It's pretty sunny. You can bring the drip out if you're feeling drippy. Sundress, sandals, make sure the toes is done. It's one of them days.
Oh, exactly.
Yep.
Yo, congratulations on the album.
Thank you very much. El Capo is in stores right now. I appreciate all the support from everybody that been calling me, posting it, everybody that been streaming it, buying it, downloading. I appreciate it.
It's like I reported Friday that the album had come out.
Mm-hmm.
I announced it on my Skirt with the Dirt report. And after I named the list of features and the people on it, I was out of breath.
Yeah,
you got everybody on that album.
Yeah. I got a long list of features on there. But shouts to everybody that's on the album. Some of them features that I got were actually like bucket list features. Like I never got to do a song with Fab in my career, so this was the first song. I never got to do a song with Rick Ross in my career, so this was the first song. Never.
And that's a big record.
God.
State of the Union. That's a big record.
A dope record. Yeah. Shout out to Rick Ross. Oh, MMG Ross. Yes.
You got the Heatmakerz did the whole production?
Yes, the Heatmakerz is actually one person. His name is Arsonist. If you don't know who the Heatmakerz are, the Heatmaker is, he's the person that coined the whole Diplomat sound from all the classics that you've heard. And DJs and producers don't usually get the credit and the kudos that they deserve. So this project was actually dope to be able to do it with him. So I'm just as hyped for him as I am
one of my
myself.
favorite production, like one of my favorite producers ever.
Oh man,
Yeah,
you hear that, Arsonist?
How long had it been since you worked with Arsonist? Like a song here and there, not really like.
Well, we've been doing like little songs here and there. Every time it's a Diplomat effort. But Arsonist had a studio that he let me rent half of the studio out. So it was like for 4 years, and then in this past like year and a half, I ended up going to his side of the studio to do some records, and then it just started being an ongoing thing. And then he was like, "Yo, we got like 40 records in there that you did like one verses to. You need to start finishing them up, and let's do a project." And sure enough, here we are.
And why the name El Capo?
El Capo.
El Capo.
El Capo.
El what happened? Where did that come from?
There's a play on the El Chapo name, and everybody calling me Capo, the name that I've adapted throughout my years in this industry. And if you know how powerful El Chapo was, and if you know what a real Capo was, it's kind of them mixed together. And in this industry, if you know who I am, then you know who El Capo is.
Right. So let's start real quick. So the record with Ross is called State of the Union.
Yes.
So what for you right now is the State of the Union of hip hop right now?
The State of the Union in hip hop?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much going on with hip hop, man. I see a lot of violence, and I know when I say violence, people probably look at me with the strange eye, like, huh? But I see a lot of violence going on. I was telling somebody the other day that being a rapper is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world. I mean, granted, we do get paid for it, and some of us are living well, and we don't want for nothing and making more money we could ever imagine. But the risks and the consequences that we go through to make this money is hellified. It's like going to Iraq or going to war or something. You know what I mean? Like it's just as serious. You got to run around here with armed security. You got to take the risk of having your boys with guns on them. Everybody got hammers everywhere, shots flying. I mean, I think last week like 4 people's tour buses and vans got shot up and things like that.
Right,
right. Who wants to be living like that? And not to say in fear, but I always pride myself on not being a prisoner of my own fame. And I see a lot of it's getting real nasty in this industry. And I think that for the money we making, some of us need to take heed for it won't be there too much longer. And I'm telling you from experience and everything that we've been through in the past 20 years in this game.
Go ahead.
You know, I was going to say, like, most of the shootings that happened during a few weeks ago was in the area of Sunny Isles, like an area where the Trump building, and you just walk with your guard down and you're not thinking. Like, nowadays, when you think of your crew that you're rolling with, you have to have a crew that has no record because you want them to be strapped. And not only that, you have to budget in your there's, legally strapped. And then you have to bring up your budget, like you said, for security.
It's an expensive thing. You figure if you just got in the game, you trying to figure out how to move as cost effective as possible, but security is sometimes could be upwards of 20% of your income if you want to really make sure to secure yourself. But at the same time, a lot of people can't afford that income cut just to secure themselves. So we take the risk of having the people that love us the most and will ride for us the most, and whether we gang or not, they take that risk of holding that that piece of steel and you go on the road, and 9 times out of 10, then somebody get locked up, and then you got to pay for lawyer money. Then you got to pay for
damned
bail
if you
money.
do, damned if you don't.
It's a hell of a cycle. Like there was a time where I was paying like $1 million a year between bail and lawyer money and bonds and shit like that for like 3 years straight, including myself, just being ignorant within this game. But the game gives you a lot of power and money, and a lot of kids never seen a dollar like that before in their life. So when they get it, that power, you get that power rush, and you get in this game, and they start to gang bang, and they start to sell drugs, and they start to talk about all the things that they definitely wasn't doing before they got in this game. What, they 19, they 18?
Right.
So you telling me you've been doing this for a long, bro, you just was in grade school. You know what I mean?
You was in Pampers. Yeah. So Jim, there's such a big wave of female artists coming out and being successful.
And they talking greasy and
like
disrespectful to the male figures in this industry. Like I'm feeling verklempt about these female rappers. Why talk so dirty to us? You're gonna need us at the end of the night. Right. Like regardless of how you talk to us, you're gonna need us at the end of the night. You heard?
So right now, if there was a female artist that you could do a collaboration with, Jim Jones and who would it be?
I would want to do a track with Megan Thee Stallion and Cash Doll.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
I will put Megan Thee Stallion on the hook, and I will have Cash Doll do a verse.
Fire.
That'd be dope.
I like that collaboration. I like that.
Call it a threesome.
That's the name of the track, right?
A lyrical threesome.
Okay.
I don't want nobody misconstrued that. Like it's just a song title. That's it.
That's it. And speaking of that, where's Chrissy? How's Chrissy, the wifey, doing?
She's doing good. She's home. She was a little bit under the weather, but you know, this Miami weather tricky, but she's doing good. She's home. She's been working on a few things. Shout out to baby girl Chrissy. What's up?
Okay, hey Chrissy.
So let's talk about everything you got going on. You got a whole lot with the whole Vamp Life brand.
Yes.
The whole clothing line. You got Vamp Fit.
Vamp Life, Vamp Fit, VL Records, VL Sports, Miami Vamps. I try to bring it all up under one umbrella. But besides that, I've been working on fitness. Fitness has been a real big thing for me in the past few years. The social media has helped catapult my whole fitness lane to, man, I'm just blessed. I have a consultant agency, which is actually called a consultant agency, where I'm helping up and coming artists and also artists who just need some direction and some help to kind of get themselves further and where they at. I'm trying to show artists the proper work they need to put in to actually get a fair chance inside of this industry, because nothing is promised, but I can show them the lanes and stuff like that they could use to kind of get on the level of getting some work done.
You know, Jim, you named that your consulting agency, The Consulting Agency.
Yes.
I like it. Plain and clear, simple.
Yes.
What is your definition of artist development? Because I feel like there was a quote, you were quoted saying artist development is a lost art.
Yes.
What exactly is artist development?
When we first got in the industry, we first signed that deals, and any artist could tell you that who's been in this game for a minute. Every label has something called artist development that they encouraged all the artists to, almost made you go, but encourage all the artists to go to get speaking points. Like when we come to the radio,
media training.
You ain't saying no, I'm saying no, I'm saying no, I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like they show you, they tell you you need to get a business manager. Like they try to show you a couple things that's going to go on in the industry that you're going to need to kind of have together. So as you go further, you know what I mean? You have it all together, and those are kind of the values that stuck with me and Cam, because we came from that cloth, and you know what I mean, it helped us go a long way. And
now it's non-existent.
And
obviously,
now it's non-existent. They don't have that. They don't have that no more in the labels. I guess they don't want to pay for that service anymore. They cut them checks out. But I do believe that a lot of these artists do need artist development. A lot of these young kids can use artist development. Like I was at a show last week in Iguanas with Ball Greasy, and one of the younger artists from out here were performing, and I was just watching him. He was a dope artist, but I told when I watched his performance, he was more looking at his boys behind him than he was looking at the crowd. But that goes along with artist development. So I just put a little jewel in his ear. Like the people came to see you. You see your boys all day. You got to stand at the front of that stage and find a place in the crowd that you think like you're looking at the people, but you're actually not looking at the people, because it's kind of intimidating for anybody when you get on that stage in the beginning. It's heartbreaking. Going in the studio booth and getting on the stage in the beginning is two of the most frightening things ever.
Yeah. Even as a DJ, when I stand in front of a big crowd, I close my eyes sometimes when I talk because I'm just like, I get exactly what you're saying.
Or you keep your glasses on.
Yeah, you keep the glasses on.
You keep your head straight and you get it off. You know what I mean? So
definitely, and you got the weed business going on. You ventured into the weed business. Talk about that a little bit. I mean, we're not going to talk too much about it, but we'll talk a little bit about it.
It's cool. Shout out to Saucy. Shout out to my partner Alex. Shout out to Capo Smoke. You know Prohibition. You know the whole story. This is the new gold rushes. This is the new legal liquor when liquor just first started. Like, and if I encourage everybody who has a chance to get involved with the marijuana business now to hurry up and do so before they start learning how to gauge everything and put all the different laws and stuff on it, and they're going to X everybody out. But while it's like the Wild Wild West and you have an opportunity, you better get some because it's going to be a money maker in a different type, set you and your family up for, and their family. So this is what I'm aiming at. Besides that, there's a lot of medical benefits to the marijuana smoke, which we all known for years, but the government has just starting to wake up to how beneficial it is, whether it's the dollar amount, that's the, the real reason they're doing it. But the medical benefits for people like cancer patients and all type of ailments that you have, it definitely could help a lot with that. And, it's definitely something that I'm prescribed for. You did?
I need to see a doctor too right about now.
Yes.
And describe your brand.
My brand, so Saucy is the father figure, and my brand is El Capo. So any brand that I put under that brand is what it's going to be. So I started with the actual pre-roll blunts. So under the Saucy brand, the Capo Smoke, those pre-roll blunts would be the only ones you could get under the Saucy brand. And then I'm coming out with a pack of joints they call Lucy's and stuff like that. So they're going to package those up, and then we'll have that in there. So, and then, we got the oil pens. We got the flour for sale. Right now we in a bunch of dispensaries inside of California. Shout out to the Bay. Shout out to the Green Door. Those people have been supporting us a lot. It's dope, man. Just to be in this business, man. I mean, like I said, I encourage everyone, if you have a chance or opportunity to get involved with this marijuana business, do so ASAP.
And I got to tell you,
real estate.
I love how you brand everything like El Capo. Like, you make sure everybody knows that brand, the name Capo is in everything. You know what I mean?
Branding is everything, man. That's how you. That's
Artists
how you
pay attention.
Money. The number one occupation, occupation that pays the most money in this world is what? Sales.
Definitely.
If you could sell something, you could make you some money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's all I've been trying to do in this industry. I mean, the music is one thing, but that always gives you the level to do other things and stuff like that, because the music doesn't always hit all the time, as you can see. So I've learned how to hustle my butt off inside of this industry so I can have different revenue streams coming up.
And congratulations on your son. Like, every time I see him on social media, he's growing. Like, what grade is he in already? Like 10th or 11th? Like, he's grown.
He's going to 10th grade next year. He just turned 16. He's shorter than every football player. He's a hell of an athlete. He's a pain in my ass, but he's grown, man. I mean,
he's a teen.
Yes, he wears my sneaker size now, so I had to threaten him the other day, threaten him, yo, bro, if you see these are new sneakers, don't wear them. Like, you could wear anything else, don't wear none of them.
Don't wear the new ones.
Don't wear them before I wear them, bro. It's very disrespectful, bro.
He's like taking them out the box. You're like, wait a minute.
Like, yo, bro, why you got my sneakers in your room? But it's cool, man. I love that, actually. I didn't have that coming up, so to be able to really be there for my son, and he makes me smile. Like, I was telling somebody the other day, I got the chance to call G Herbo for him on FaceTime for his birthday, and I felt like,
that's dope.
I just felt like the dopest father,
coolest guy ever, right?
Super cool. So
Daddy of the Year award goes to Jim
Does he ever have to put you onto new artists? Like, does it become like, oh, Dad, you got to check out this guy?
All the time. I think about 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I went to do parent teachers or career day.
Yeah.
And I was in this class, and I start asking, who's your favorite rapper and all that. They like, XXXTentacion. XX. I'm like, who? They like, XXTentacion. I'm like, all right, I'm lost here. They like, oh, you are lost. Like, this is what it is. And sure enough,
get with it.
Within the 6 months, he ended up getting a tremendous deal with Gazi Empire.
Yeah.
And everybody knew who XXX. So them kids definitely got their finger on the pulse of the new music at all times. So I you know what I mean. When I'm on his playlist, when I hear my records on his playlist in the bathroom, like I'm hyped because I mean I'm good. I'm in a good space.
You're in a good space still.
Yes.
You don't have to ask a question because I love you, Jim. Are you going to be on 50 Cent's page of Owing Money? Because I'm trying to look out for all my friends. Like, run away. You know, he's putting on blast everyone who owes him money.
Fifth don't play them type of games with me.
Okay, good job.
If I did owe 50 money, he had to really come get it. You know, Fofty, you know what's up with me, Fofty. You heard? Let me hold a couple dollars, matter of fact. Let's see how this work out.
Yo, I said if I ever became relevant on the radar of a 50 Cent, especially Fofty, I would just go under my blanket and just stay there forever. Like, please.
50 and Fofty. Right. You don't want Fofty on that backside, you heard?
For real. Even his Rotimi, who's on his show,
no, but I respect it. I respect it. He basically saying, bro, without this television show, you would never have the number one nothing nowhere. This is the 10% that you owe me is light work. So you owe me about $300,000. You probably made about $3 million for having the number one record, through streams and all that. Swing my $300. Ain't no contract needed. This is what's owed. Or we gonna kill you on the next season. Off top. First episode, first 2 minutes, you out of here.
Bye, Dre.
Bye.
So listen, it's all about the new album El Capo.
Yes, El Capo.
All right, so look, what's your favorite record off the album? If you had to pick one, what would be your favorite? Like, is there one that you could say is like, this is my favorite record I enjoyed recording the most? Or because you got a lot of big records.
I would say the record I enjoy recording the most was State of the Union.
Okay,
because it was kind of awkward record. I was here recording that record. I remember me and baby girl having a argument that day, so I'm in the studio now and I can't think. I'm fuming now because you know you got a lady.
Yeah, your mind's on right.
That inspiration you get and that energy you get from lady helps you with everything. And I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm just in there, can't think. I'm going in the booth, it's not sounding right. I'm just sitting back and then she walks in like, yeah, I'm here.
You're like, yes.
I'm like, oh my God. I swear to God, like in 5 minutes I went in the booth and what y'all hear is what y'all got. And
fire.
Like that. You know what I mean? So that was one of the most fun joints I recorded. But the one that resonates with me the most, or I've been playing the most in the past couple of days, would have to be Pity in the Summer.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite. But
that's the one with Cam and Fred the Godson.
And the white boy that's singing on Pity in the Summer and singing on State of the Union and singing on Good Die Young, his name is Mark Scabilia. I call him White Boy. That's my nickname. He puts me in vibes of a Justin Timberlake. The kid is a whole different type of vibe. So if you like music, listen to the White Boy. The boy is different. Mark Scabilia, look him up, man. He got some great music.
Is he signed to you or Empire?
He's not signed to me, but he's a great friend of Arsonist. That's how I met him from Heatmakerz.
Okay.
We got great like that. But he has a deal right now. He's pushing his craft, but I think this is gonna help catapult him to a whole nother level. Just when people see the visuals of him. You know, I'm about to put him in. I got him in the middle of the projects, playing pianos.
Hello,
like you know what I mean. So we having a. I'm very excited about this project El Capo. It got some vibes on it. I know Miami's music has their own vibe. I'm matching every vibe that y'all got out here. Shout out to Rick Ross. I really appreciate that. To end up him on the record that I end up doing in Miami. Shout out to JB nephew that actually put the whole thing together. Shout out to the whole Miami that shows me love from. And I'm talking about Cross the Bridge. We play the beach, but Cross the Bridge is very important. The Alapatas, the Pork and Beans.
There you go.
The North Miami, the Brown Subs, the Carol City.
He knows.
You know what I mean? Like meet me in the back streets, man. But I appreciate all people out here showing so much love. Like I've known Cindy forever. Like she seen me when I was young and wild and
with cornrows.
Yes, going dumb out here in Miami. So to be able to be down here and they accept me like one of their own is a great feeling.